Assalamu alaikum. This is Abdul Salam, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, Asian University of Bangladesh. Now I discuss advanced accounting theory and practice, and the topics is adjusting entries and adjusting trial balance. From the from this lesson, we will understand what is the meaning of the adjusting entries, what is the significance of the adjusting entries, and how to know the procedure of treating adjusting entries. What do you mean by the adjustment journal or adjusting entries? Adjusting entries means when we are generally record all the transactions in our business data, but some sort of transactions we are missing for recording in our accounting books, or some sort of transactions are deferred. Some sort of transactions are complete in the specific time period. Those transactions, when we are recorded by the following rules and regulations, then that is called a adjusting entries. So what do you mean by the adjusting entries? Basically, adjusting entries is those types of the entries is required at the end of the fiscal period to record the internal transactions so that the financial statements properly include the correct amount of the current period and correct period are called adjusting entries. What are the rules for adjusting entries? If we recording the any kinds of the adjusting entries, obviously we follow some sort of rules and regulations. Number one, identify the two accounts that are to be affected by the adjusting entries. That means when we are record these transactions in our accounting books, first of all we are find out the relevant accounts title. Number two, the accounts that shows debit balance will have to be debited if it is to be increased by the adjusting entries, and B, credited if it is to be decreased. Number three, if assets is increased due to adjustment, it will be debited, and decreased due to adjustment, it will be credited. The reverse will happen for liability. And number four, financial statement shall be prepared after passing the adjusting entries. The usually adjusting entries that may be necessary can be enumerated as follows. Number one, for bringing outstanding liabilities and unpaid expenses to the accounts. First of all, we are said that adjusting entries means which entries we are not recorded in the specific time period. After the end of the period, we are recorded. So after the end of the period, we are find out that what is the outstanding liabilities, what is the unpaid expenses, what is the unpaid advance income, what is the unpaid income, or which income we are not recognized in the time period, and also for adjusting advance payment. Obviously we are paid sometimes our advance payment to the customer, to the stakeholders. So all of those are the adjusting entries. And how to treat the adjusting entries? If it is outstanding or unpaid expenses, then obviously the particular nominated nominal accounts is debit to outstanding creditor account. If advance payment, then prepaid expenses account is debit, then particular nominated account is credit. Then for adjusting income received in advance, if we are received in the advance from the customers, then obviously the particular nominated account is debit and prepaid income is credit. If bringing accrued income into accounts, or bringing the accrued income into the accounts, then outstanding debtors or accounts or accrued income is debit, nominal account is credit. For writing bad debt means which amount we are did not collect from our customers, that is called a bad debt. So when we are write off the bad debt, then obviously bad debt account is debit, and personal accounts of the debtors who have failed to pay, those are the credits, or accounts receivable is credits, or debtors is credit. Number four, no, sorry, number six, for making the provision for bad debt and doubtful debts. If anyone After the specific time period, a bad debt, some sort of bad debt are collected from the debtors, and some of those are not collecting in this time period. Then authority are thinking that for provision for bad debt, for meet up the this year bad debt, that is called a provision for bad debt and doubtful debts. In here, profit and loss account is debit and provision for doubtful accounts is credit. Number 7, or making provision for discount on debtors. If we provide any kinds of the discount to the debtors, then obviously discount account is debit and provision for discount account is credit. For 8, number 8 is for making the provision for discount on creditors. If we are provide any kinds of the cash discount to the creditors, then obviously we are record the provision for discount in the creditors and discount account is credit. And the number 11, sorry, number 9, for adjusting interest on capital. If any kinds of the interest we are charged on the creditors or loan or any kinds of the investment, then obviously we are record the adjusting journal like as interest account debit, capital account is credit, investment account is debit, creditors interest on investment is credit, interest on debenture, interest is debit, interest on debenture pay, interest on debenture is debit, and interest payable is credit. Number 11, for beginning, for bringing the closing inventory into the accounts at period end. Capital account is drawing and interest account is credit. For bringing the closing inventory into the accounts at the period end. After the end of the period, we have some sort of stocks in our hand. Those stocks we are recording the adjusting by the adjusting journal. That is called inventory account is debit and trading account is credit. Then at the end of the period, we charge the depreciation on any kinds of the fixed assets. Then obviously depreciation account is debit and particular account assets is the credit. Given that an example, accounting year of the Ghali and Sons on 31st December each year, following the adjustment and necessary for the particular financial final account for the ended 31/12/99. Number 1, outstanding salary for December 15,000 and house rent taka 10,000 paid for January next. Here we see in that outstanding salary. So that means this is the accrued salaries. Obviously, salary paid in December. Within the December in this year, this is our expenditure. So it is the debit and outstanding. That means we are not paid in this year. So that is the liability for us. So it is credit. So salaries account is debit 15,000 taka and outstanding is credit 15,000 taka. Am I clear? Then number 2, interest accrued on investment. Obviously, this is the income for us. If we are invest any kinds of the sources, then we get the interest from this investment, then obviously it is our income. So interest accrued on investment, it is our income. Here I'm missing one transaction, house rent paid. So house rent is obviously, and house rent is an obviously and our expenditure. So expenditure is outstanding, then obviously we must be paid in this due time of our rent. So house rent is debit and accrued house rent is credit. Or oh sorry, here house rent is paid 10,000 paid for the January next. That means we are paid in the house rent in December, but this rent is for next year January. So it is advance paid to the house owner. So advance rent is debit and house rent is credit. And number two, interest accrued on investment taka 12,000. So interest accrued, this is our income. So interest account is credit and accrued interest is debit, because we are getting the interest from the investment. So interest, accrued interest, our assets, because we are getting further this amount. So it is our assets preserved in a investment sector. So it is our debit, and rent account is, and interest account is credit. Number three, debtors amount 20,000 taka, 5% bad debt rate is determined on its. Number three, given that total debtors account 20,000, and from this 20,000, 5% taka we did not collect in the due time, so that is a bad debt, that is our expenses. So bad debt account is debit, 5% on 20,000 taka is equal 1,000 taka, and obviously it is sundry debtors account credit, because those sundry debtors did not pay to us, so it is our debtors account obviously reduced. And then number four, wages paid for the installation for machine, like a 4,000 and including in the wages account. Here we mistakenly write down the 4,000 wages amount of 4,000 amount, like a 4,000 amount is installation of machine. Machine we are include into the wages. It is not a correct journal entries. So we are correction these transactions. So if we correct, then obviously wages is increase when we are including this amount. So must we need to be reduce the wages. So wages is credit, and installation of the machine, that means we are paid for the machine installation. This is the machineries account is debit. So machineries account is debit and wages account is credit. Number five, depreciation is to be charged on furniture. After the end of the period, all the furnitures or all the fixtures are reduced their value without land and livestock. So, furniture price to যখন কমে গেছে তখন আমাদের কি করতে হবে, depreciation charge. We know that depreciation is the cost or expenditure. So depreciation account is debit and furniture account is credit taka 500. And then goods sold taka 500 has been included in the closing stock, which will not yet been paid. So here owners are withdrawn, or goods owed at 500 has been included with closing stock, this will not be paid. So it is the credit purchase. Goods owed at 500 has been included in the closing stock. Closing stock এর মধ্যে আমরা include করেছি, but এটা এখনো কি করেনি, টাকা পেড করা হয়নি। Goods owed টাকা 5,000 has been included with closing stock. That means we have purchased, but we are not recording in our accounting books. So that's why if we are easily recording in our accounting books, like as purchase account debit and creditors account credit. And number finally we are getting the closing stock amount of 10,000. So this is the end of the period. Obviously our organizations calculate the what amount of the stock we are not sold in the during time period. So it is our closing stock. Closing stock relates with the trading account. After the after purchase and sales, we are get the closing stock. So it is relates with our trading account. So closing stock is debit and trading account is credit. Thank you so much.